For this video, I want to show you how to make a chart for more than one categorical variable. So we've already made a chart for one categorical variable, and that was a Pareto chart. I'm going to show you how to make a variable when you're trying to show two or more categorical variables. In this case, what I've done is I've taken that original data about the preferred physical activity, and not only have I broken it up by the activity, but I've also broken it up by ethnicity. And in the sample, there were three ethnicities: white, African American, and Hispanic. And each one had their different preferred activity attached. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into a two-way table. And a two-way table is able to show more than one categorical variable or two categorical variables at a time. In this case, my categorical variables are going to be the race variable and the preferred activity variable. And it's going to break down each race and each preferred activity by these different categories within it. So looking at that data, here's what we get. And you can see that now I'm breaking it into, here are your preferred activities, and here are your different categories. And here you're at different races. So in each race, there are 10 individuals for each race. And again, these preferred activities, we've already calculated those and looked at those, but here there's 30 total individuals, and each activity is 30 total activities. So what we're going to do with this two-way table is I'm going to make the percentage table for it and then produce a graph for that. So or let's produce the graph first, and we're going to make a side by side or you can make segmented bar charts or side by side bar charts, but they're used for comparisons. And when you compare different categories, what you always want to do is you always want to use percentages, because percentages right now it's okay if we choose counts. There's only 10 in each one, but if there were different numbers within each category, which generally you'll see, then that becomes a problem because you can't actually look at things evenly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recopy this table, and all I'm going to do is look at this part though. And for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this. And I'm going to take out these numbers and I'm going to change all of these to percents. And here's how I'm going to do that. So let's delete all these out. And so when we go and put percents in, all we're going to do is we're going to take each one of these categories or each one and divide it by its total. So for instance, in this first one, I'm going to use a formula. So I'm going to do equals. I'll pick the first one, which is this, and I'll divide that by 30. For the Y cyclist, it'll be this. So I'll do equal again and divide this by 30. And then for the gardening, you see it'll be 0, so it'll just be a 0 there. Weight training will be this, so equals this, and divide that by 30. And then the last one, walking, it'll be equals this, and we'll divide that by 30. And actually what I can do is I can just drag. Now, once you have it in one form, you can generally just drag with Excel. So I'll drag those over, get those. I'll drag these down and get those. And there go all of your different percentages. So here are the actual percentages for this. And now we can create a graph using the percentages. So to create a graph with the percentages, you're going to highlight the entire chart, highlight the entire table you have there, and go to Insert. And under Insert, you're going to look for your charts again. And here are your charts. So you can make all of these different charts, 2D, side by sides, and all this. If you look up here, though, it says recommended charts. So we can use recommended charts and look at the different charts you can make. This is a side by side vertical. This is a stacked or segmented bar chart. And this is a clustered bar chart that is horizontal. So we're going to use a clustered bar chart, and we're going to use the one based off of percentages. So click on that, and it produces this graph here. And now we can compare different distributions based off of their percentages. So this is how you make a clustered or a side-by-side bar chart, or a comparative bar chart, is what we're going to call it too.